action. Hey there, mind explorers. Welcome back to Feel Okay with Kids. And today we are diving deep into the world of self-fulfilling prophecies. But before we start, let me ask you this one question. Have you seen there's some people who expect the worst out of life and worst out of every situation, and how they end up getting exactly that, which is not a surprise. And then there are people who radiate confidence, and no matter what is going on, they always land on their feet. And today we are going to be talking about exactly this and the psychological tricks behind how this happens, why this happens, and how you can make this happen for yourself. But first, let's set the stage with a little story. Here we meet Sanya. Sanya is a person who thinks that she's just not a math person, and every time there's a math exam, she gets anxious. So there is a thought process in which she thinks that I'm going to fail anyway. Why should I even bother preparing? And whenever the test days arises, she's anxious. She, of course, you all guessed it right, she did not do well. And you know what this does? This just reinforces that belief that, see, I'm Sanya. I don't do well on math exams. And this cycle keeps repeating itself. Sounds familiar? This, my friends, is the self-fulfilling prophecy in the action. But don't you worry. By the end of this video, you will know how to break the cycle and change the script. Okay, so let's dive into 4 mind-blowing pointers, but here's the twist. I need you to pause the video every time you see a little exercise and do it along the way. Are you ready? Let's get into the video. The belief behavior loop. Our first mind-blowing pointer is the belief behavior loop, and here how it works. Your beliefs shapes your actions, and your actions reinforce your beliefs. It's a psychology merry-go-round type of thing. Here's the thing. You can jump off this merry-go-round whenever you want to. It is your choice, and having a choice is actually having power. But how? By simply challenging your beliefs and changing your actions. Even small changes can disrupt this loop and help you get out of it. You know what time it is? It is time to pause the video for the first time and do your little exercise. I need you to write one negative self-belief that you have about yourself, and then one small, little, tiny action or step you can take against that belief. Unpause the video whenever you're done with the exercise. Welcome back. And by doing that small exercise, you have already started to disrupt that self-fulfilling prophecy of yours. And how is that for being mind-blowing, huh? So the second pointer is really interesting. It's called the Pygmalion effect. This is where other people's expectations of you can influence your performance. It is like having a constant cheerleader or a critique in your head, except the difference is that critique, that voice in your head is not your own. It's how you think others perceive you. You can be your own Pygmalion. How? By setting higher expectations for yourself and then believing that you can actually put in efforts and take actions to fulfill those expectations. This can help you boost your own performance. You know what time it is to pause the video and do the exercise. In this exercise, I need you to imagine you as your biggest supporter. Someone who believes in you truly and completely. Now, what would that person expect you to achieve? And what would that person want you to do? This is something that you need to write down and ask from yourself. Sit, reflect, and come back. Welcome back. Now you have got your own Pygmalion, which means that you have the power to have voices in your head. I know how crazy this sounds, but would you rather have your own voice in your head or someone else's? Third one is perception reality bridge. Your perception shapes how you interact with the world, and that in turn shapes your own reality. This is what I call perception reality bridge. And just like optical illusions, not everything in this world is objectively true, but somehow, even when things are not objectively true and existing, they still become part of your reality. Let's try to understand this properly. Your perception. It influences how you look at the world, and that influences your own reality. Now, there are optical illusions in the world, right? Like mirages. They are not objectively real. Not everyone experiences that, but still, some people do. And these experiences, even when they are not true, still become a part of your reality. Now it's time to do the exercise. What I need you to do is pause the video and think of a situation where you misunderstood what was happening. And then after thinking of that situation, think of how you could have responded in that situation in a different way, how you could have understood what was happening in the situation from a different angle. Do this exercise and come back. I'll be waiting here for you. Welcome back. Now, what do we understand from this video? That by recognizing the power of your own perception, you can start to consciously choose more empowering ways of interpreting the world that is around you. For example, I walk in every room thinking that everybody loves me. It is not my job to think that people might be hating on me or disliking me until or unless someone comes up to me and tells me that I don't like you. I do not choose to consciously think that they dislike me. A final pointer is the future self-feedback loop. Yes, you heard it right. This is where your vision of your future life influences your actions in the current moment, which in turn shapes your future self. Back that up a couple of seconds and yes, listen to that again. Here's the mind-blowing part. By vividly imagining a positive outcome and a positive future life, a positive future self, you are increasing your own chances of having a better life. It's like sending a message to your future self that this is what I want. This is the reality that I want to create for myself. And then that future self sends back the roadmap to you. Here is our final exercise. Pause the video. Spend a minute vividly imagining your future, what you want your ideal future self to be like, and what is it that you want to achieve in your coming future. Imagine every little detail. What are you doing? How are you feeling? What have you achieved till now? And pause when you have a clear image in your head. This is the last welcome back of the video. How do you feel connecting to your future self, having that connection for the first time? This feeling, I need you to remember this feeling when you're feeling unmotivated, because this can actually help you motivate in the moments which are dull, in the moments where you don't want to get up and do some work. This will help you get out of your head and get into the action part of the situation. There you go, you have 4 mind-blowing ways how you can turn your thoughts into your reality. And remember, self-fulfilling prophecy isn't about just some magical thinking. It is about realizing that our thoughts have very real effect on our life, our current life and our future life. All of our actions influences our perception, that influences our experiences, and that shapes our whole life. So which one of these pointers you resonated with the most, and which of the exercises you enjoy doing the most? Comment down below and let me know, and I'll keep creating these videos for you and help you get out of the problem and get into the solution. If you found this video to be helpful, then please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button wherever it is. Remember, your beliefs have power. Use them wisely. Until next time, keep exploring your mind. Bye.